Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Juan Manuel Jimenez Robles, and today we are having a well-being webinar on hope and happiness for the Staff Healthy Week at the University of Leeds. So, welcome to the well-being webinar on hope and happiness for the staff of the University of Leeds. But first of all, let me introduce myself. I got a BA in psychology. That's why I'm interested in topics like hope and happiness and well-being. And I completed a PhD in peace, conflict and development studies some years ago, where I did some research about the virtue of forgiveness. I would like to say that in this webinar, we are not doing psychotherapy, just walking together through some well-being topics in order to have some general insights about them. And yeah, so let's go to the webinar itself then. So research shows that alongside basic physical needs like food, water, and shelter, we also have basic psychological needs, including the need to belong. We have become disconnected from the things we really need, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this deep disconnection is driving many to feel psychologically unwell, making it even more difficult if we are living abroad like many of us, losing hope and feeling unhappy, which affects our well-being. But what is hope? So as I said, today we will be talking about hope and happiness. And there is a definition from Dr. Shane López, who says, hope is the belief that the future will be better than the present, combined with the belief that you have some power to make it so. So basically, having hope in the future, having hope is believing that the future is going to be good. It's going to be better than the present, and that we have some power to do something about it. We have like an agency to do something about it. Hope arranges your life in anticipation of the future and influences how you feel in the present. Hope creates a positive mood about a goal, influencing your behavior in the present. The positive feelings you experience as you look ahead, imagining hopefully what might happen, can alter how you currently view yourself. Along with hope comes your prediction that you will be happy. So being hopeful helps you to cope when difficulties arise. And some of the things that research shows about people who are hopeful is that those who are hopeful are more likely to attain their goals, do better academically, choose healthier lifestyles, habits, cope with and recover better from illness, experience higher life satisfaction, have a stronger sense of meaning and purpose, and are more likely to experience a state of well-being. The bad news are that in frightening and uncertain times, it's more difficult to feel hopeful. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic, the news about the war in Ukraine, the climate crisis, the rise of our energy bills and food prices, or just the fact of living abroad in unfamiliar cultural environments. These frightening and uncertain times may push us to be more on our own, increasing our loneliness and isolation, which are major contributors to suffer anxiety and distress. The good news are that we all have the ability to strengthen our hope muscle. Feldman and Dreher in 2011, for example, found that a single 90-minute hope intervention increased student hope, hopeful goal-directed thinking, life purpose, and vocational calling. So if we can increase our hope, what are the ways to do it? Here we will have a quick look to 5 ways to cultivate hope. The first one will be focusing on your strengths. So tapping into our natural strengths cultivates a sense of hope. For example, if you are naturally creative, think about how you can use that strength to overcome difficulties as you move forward in life. If connecting with others is one of your strengths, reach out to friends and loved ones as a way to build hope and positive emotions. Remembering and using our personal strengths creates confidence that we can get through whatever comes our way. So number 1, focus on your strengths. Number 2, practice gratitude. Research on gratitude shows that it creates hope for the future. Try keeping a gratitude journal in which you list big and small things you are grateful for each day. Or at the end of every day, think back on 3 things you were grateful for. Families can do a gratitude practice together during meals by going around the table and each sharing one thing you are thankful for. That would be a second way of increasing our hope muscle, practicing gratitude. A third way, reframe negative thoughts. When you feel afraid or hopeless, try looking at what's scaring you in a different way. For example, if you are thinking, I will never be able to finish my studies or get a good job, you could shift that to, it might be difficult to finish my studies or get a good job right now, so I will need to use my strengths to work toward overcoming the difficulties I'm facing at the moment. Or you might shift the thought, I'm never going to stop feeling anxious about everything that's going on, to it's natural to be anxious right now, and there are things I can do to make it better. So the third way to increase our hope muscle, reframe negative thoughts. Number 4, limit media exposure. Both news coverage and social media can have negative effects on hope and mental health. News tends to focus on the most frightening and sensational aspects of what's happening, and it can make us more vulnerable to vicarious trauma. Put my picture here. Social media can help people to feel more connected, but it can also increase feelings of anxiety and distress. For example, when we compare with others and we don't receive too many likes. So number 4 is limit media exposure. Number 5, to increase our hope muscle, will be spend time with hopeful and optimistic people. When you surround yourself with people who are hopeful and positive, you are more likely to feel that way yourself. Research shows that we can catch both positive and negative emotions from others, so choose your friends wisely. Great. So I'm going to finish this first part of the webinar about hope with a quote from Robert Schuller, who says, "Let your hopes, not your hearts, shape your future." And now, let's talk about happiness now. So what is happiness? It is experience of joy, contentment, or positive well-being combined with a sense that one's life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile. This is the definition by Professor Sonja Lyubomirsky, who is an expert in the study of happiness. This is the happiness formula. This is a way of showing that a huge portion of your happiness is completely within your control. So psychology teaches us that 50% of our happiness is based on genetics, 10% on circumstances, but 40% on our own actions. So 40% is under your control. So that's good news too. Therefore, our actions and choices can affect our happiness. What makes us happy has less to do with our money or possessions and more to do with our attitudes and relationships with other people. And about the COVID-19, the news about the war in Ukraine, the climate crisis, the rise of our energy bills and food prices, or living abroad, even these issues affect our happiness around 10% in a negative way. 40% of our total happiness is still in our hands, and that's good news, as I said. Then let's see 10 keys for happiness that are in our hands. This been developed by the team Action for Happiness. Now we're going to have a quick look to 10 tips, 10 practical ways of improving our happiness. Number one will be giving. Helping other people is not only good for them, it's good for us too. It makes us happier and helps to build happier societies. And it's not all about money. We can also give our time, ideas, and energy. So if you want to feel good, do good. Question: what have you done recently to make someone happy or to help others? And now some basic tips about giving. Do one act of kindness today or this week. Offer to help, give away your change, pay a compliment, or make someone smile. Reach out to help someone who's struggling. Give them a call or offer your support. Let them know that you care. Okay, key 2, relating, connecting with people. Our relationships with other people are the most important thing for our happiness. People with strong relationships are happier, healthier, and live longer. Our close relationship provide love, meaning, support, and increase our feelings of self-worth. So it's vital that we take actions to strengthen our relationships and make new connections. Question: what helps you to stay close to the people that really matter? How can we take action about this? Make more time for the people who matter, chat with a loved one, call an old friend, make extra connections, wave at a neighbor, learn the name of someone new. These are great ways to relating to others. Okay, let's have a look to key 3. Exercising. Take care of your body. Our body and mind are connected. Being active makes us happier. We don't need to run a marathon. We can also boost our well-being by spending time outdoors, eating healthy, unplugging from technology, and getting enough sleep. Question: which ways of being active and healthy do you really enjoy? And what action can we take? Get off the bus stop earlier, take the stairs, go for a walk. Somebody said, just try to limit your sitting and sleeping to just 23.5 hours a day. You only need half an hour a day of exercise, of walking. 23.5 hours a day, you can sit down if you want, but with half an hour a day is enough. Also, eat nutritious food, drink more water, catch up on sleep. So this will be some advice to improve our lifestyle. Key 4, awareness. Live mindfully. Learning to be more mindful and aware does wonders for our well-being. Whether it's on our walk to work, the way we eat, or in our relationships, it helps us get in tune with our feelings and stops us dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, so we get more out of the day-to-day. So what can we do about it? Give yourself a bit of headspace. Once a day, stop and take 5 minutes to just breathe and be in the moment. Notice and appreciate good things around you every day, big or small. Trees, birds, bird sounds, the smell of a coffee, laughter perhaps. Okay, let's go to key 5 to increase our happiness. Key 5. trying out, keep learning new things. Learning affects our well-being in lots of positive ways. It helps us stay curious and engaged. It also gives us a sense of accomplishment and it helps boost our self-confidence and resilience. Question: What have you learned or tried out for the first time recently? What action can we take? Do something for the first time this week. Eat something different, try a new route, read a different newspaper, or visit a local place of interest. Learn a new skill, however small. A first aid technique or a new feature on your phone. Cook a new meal or use a new word. Just about trying something new. Key 6 for happiness. Direction. Have goals to look forward to. Feeling good about the future is really important for our happiness. We all need goals to motivate us, and these have to be challenging enough to excite us, but also achievable. Question: What is your most important goal over the next 6 months? And what actions can we take? Take the first step. Think of a goal you are aiming for and do one thing to get started. Make a call, fill in that form, tell others. Share your dreams. Tell three people about a goal that is really important to you this year and listen to theirs too. So having goals is really important for our happiness too. Now, key 7, resilience. Find ways to bounce back. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when things don't go as planned. All of us have times of stress, loss, failure, or trauma in our lives. How we respond to these events has a big impact on our well-being. We often cannot choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we react to what happens. Resilience can be learned, like most things in life. So let's take action. What can we do? Ask for help, talk to a friend, talk to an expert, reach out to a colleague, ask a neighbor to lend a hand. When something is troubling you, do something you really enjoy. Shift your mood and bring a new perspective on the problem. So that will be key 7 for happiness, resilience. Now let's go to key 8 for happiness, emotions. Look for what is good. Focusing on positive emotions like joy, gratitude, serenity, inspiration, amusement, awe can make us happier and healthier. The idea is that when we put our attention on them, they can be expanded and reinforced. Question: What good things have happened in your life recently? And what action can we take? Do something that you know will make you feel good. Listen to music you like. Watch something funny. Get outside to the country or call an old friend. And I got a quote here. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you will look back and realize they were the big things. Now, key 9, acceptance. Be okay with who you are. No one's perfect, but so often we compare a negative view of ourselves with an unrealistic view of other people. Learning to accept ourselves and being kinder when things go wrong increases our enjoyment of life and our well-being. It also helps us accept others as they are. What action can we take? Ask a trusted friend or colleague to tell you what they think your real strengths are. Try to use them. Be as kind to yourself as you are to others. See your mistakes as opportunities to learn. Notice things you do well, however small. And the last key for happiness is meaning. Be part of something bigger. People who have meaning and purpose in their lives are happier. They also experience less stress, anxiety, and depression. But where do we find meaning and purpose? It might come from doing a job that makes a difference, our religious or spiritual beliefs, or our family. The answer varies for each of us, but they all involve being connected to something bigger than ourselves. Question: Which aspects of your life give you a real sense of purpose? And what action can we take to have more meaning in our lives? Foster a passion, visit an inspiring location, gaze at the stars, join a club, become a volunteer of a good cause that motivates you. There are many ways to have more meaning in life, to be part of something bigger. Yeah. Great. So I'm just gonna finish saying that there is a free course from Yale University. It's called The Science of Wellbeing. This has been done by Professor Luri Santos. She says, we are all looking for evidence-based ways to feel better, and this course provides that. So this course has been the most popular course in Yale University, and since last year it's free online. So you can do it for free online. And then I will encourage you also to subscribe for free to my YouTube channel, which is called Psychology, Philosophy, Peace, and Wellbeing. Yeah, so that's all for now. Now I'm gonna finish here, and I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and it was my pleasure to be here today with all of you. Bye.